You are. Thank you so much, Andrea. Okay, so let me get going, and we are doing a recording, and I want to say welcome, everyone.
Thank you.
And we are going to get started on some tools training, and it's okay if I think there's some interested parties or interested members who want to see the back end of how we do things in the chapter, and that's great that you're here to experience that. And you're more than welcome to ask questions too, but I wanted to at least acknowledge that this will be more geared on questions from the volunteers who actually will work on this tool. Running a chapter, it takes a lot of team members and tools that we use. Okay, so with that, I'm gonna go and do a introduction. And I'm Wendy Hardy. And today I'll be sharing tools that we use for our Puget Sound chapter. That tool will be in this session on the STAR chapter. The reason why I'm here today is to acknowledge that my company, Sage, which I'm showing up right now, they're able to allow for me to give back my hours. I get 40 hours a year to use with volunteer work. So today I'm actually dedicating my work time to do training for volunteers for the Puget Sound. Just wanted to give a shout out to Sage, and we're a financial ERP company, and we do financial softwares and a lot of good things. And what I do that's related to project management, I'm a program manager for content operations. So I do a lot of herding cats and around the different teams in product management, content, engineering, marketing, everything to do with getting our Sage product documented and even doing campaigns such as customer experience campaigns. So that is what I do at Sage. And I think we have an hour and a half because we're going to have a small group, and I would like to know who's in our meeting. And if you're okay, you can go ahead and introduce yourself. And I'll just start with on the top. I see Andrea.
Yep.
Would you like to just share a little bit who you are and what?
Okay, real good. And just a side note, I'm talking to you through my laptop, but I also signed in on my desktop because I have two monitors and I can see the screens a lot better
Oh yeah,
on
no
on the
worries.
desktop. Okay, super good. My name is Andrea. I had joined PMI back in May because I realized I'm wanting to make a career pivot after working for 37 years with my current employer. I wanted to do something different. So I took a look at all of the activities that I totally enjoy, and they all had a project management theme. So I joined PMI and took and passed the CAPM exam on August, and it was recommended that I volunteer to be able to utilize these skills. And so I have joined the Puget Sound chapter as a volunteer. So here I am.
Thank you so much for that introduction, Andrea. And also, she is also volunteering with me in finance. So she'll be learning about finance management. So thank you. I see. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everybody. Like Wendy says, I follow her and it's true. She's my mentor and ideal person. I started volunteering in 2021. I passed my PMP in 2020, and I have been looking for work right now, but I was with Stryker, and I will be because I enjoy networking, socializing, and doing whatever I can. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, she's really good at data analytics, and she's going to be helping with that with our technology team and what things that we need to do, which is a lot of data that we have. Lisa.
Hi everyone. I recently graduated from Northeastern University. I got my PMP last December, and I've been working with the membership services team. Started volunteering last year, but it has been on and off because of my study commitments. And I'm totally committed to do this right now, so I joined this workshop.
Great.
Yes.
All right. Hi.
I am working as a volunteer, professional development coordinator, and I wanted to learn, so that's why I'm here. And thank you, Wendy, for taking up this initiative.
Awesome. Thank you. And we have Miss Trisha. Hi, Trisha.
Hi, hopefully you can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, great. I am Trisha Diamond. I am for the chapter, I'm the Vice President of Professional Development. Previously, I was a director for volunteer engagement. I work in aerospace and education, primarily airport management as a portfolio manager, but a consistent in my career has always been leading professional development efforts for PMOs and project management. I have my PMP, my PMI ACP, my PMO CP, and I am working towards my PFMP this year. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I joined this so that I can find out how to take over more of the aspects pertaining to professional development and utilizing StarChapter because I utilized StarChapter, I think, differently when I was director of volunteer engagement.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Trisha. Yeah,
Okay.
Trisha is organizing our Professional Development Day, which is a big conference that we're going to have on October 24th and 25th. So we're working tirelessly getting all the details down. And again, with this meeting, we feel free to chime in or ask questions. And I'll probably validate too, like what you can see. Are you seeing the StarChapter screen? Just to make sure. With our chapter, and I'll click into what this really comes down to. We do have our website, and our website is the PugetSoundPMI.org. You can also use, because we have two ways to get to it. You can also just put in, like in Google, pspmi.org, and it will come up to our website. So you can and see how it changes to PugetSoundPMI.org. So that's our main URL, but you can find in Google or any other browser as pspmi.org. And so this is our chapter website, and that means that our chapter website, we have a back end, and that back end is StarChapter. And StarChapter is what builds this out. We have a webmaster, which is Sean and his team. He has a new webmaster, maintains the look and feel of the website. And in marketing, our marketing portfolio, which is OMA, her team will collaborate with the webmasters on the different assets. And of course, us being a volunteer organization, we get a lot of volunteers that go in and out of our volunteership, and items may get lost or left behind. Usually during the fall, we start to get a new set of momentum where people are going to be making changes, and we start to forecast what we're going to do for the next year. So with that, I am counting on that our marketing and technology webmaster will be working together to update a lot of our pages. So this is our front end, and then I'm going to go back to StarChapter, which is our back end of what the tool that we're using and making corrections. Any questions so far of like how that's all connected, and then you can, and then the teams, which is technology, the webmaster, and then also with marketing that maintain the assets and the look and feel. All right, so I will go on to the other parts of it. When you get a permissions or access to StarChapter, which as a volunteer who will be working on updating different parts of it, we have different parts of the how to utilize it, and I'll go through that. As you met Trisha is our professional development VP. She'll be utilizing a lot of the tools here. She'll get into looking at the meetings, even the communications, and mostly like the meetings and communications. And then also membership, which is validating who our members are. In membership with Rashana will be looking at the membership and also holding the meetings section. So those are like the different things to consider. And then we also have like communications will be another way to do emails or even like flyers to send out to our members. And then the content, that's mainly what the marketing and technology maintain, and design, that is definitely the webmaster. If we were to sell anything, which we aren't, we would create like a e-commerce store right here. And then we have orders and transactions, which will be our finance, which actually our finance will maintain this part of our StarChapter. Any questions so far? All right, so
I have a question, Wendy.
yes,
What kind of orders and transactions happen here?
so when you're as a member and you do registration, it has a transactional log in here. And if you do payments, like you see how, and we'll go through the snapshot.
Okay.
So like revenue, we up to, and this does a recurring change month. So as of, wow, so as of 9/1, September 1, we've had a revenue of 254. These are just payments that come in from registrations. And so let's look at this dashboard. Does that answer your question, Asma?
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay. And we'll go into, now we're just going to be talking about when you log in as a new user. And let me just click out of here. There we go. You'll land on the dashboard, which is here in front of us. And as you can see, there's 4 different quadrants. The first part of it is our membership. Now, again, we'll get into this when you start learning about later on in the afternoon about ThoughtSpot. ThoughtSpot is our analytics tool, which is tied to PMI Global. And PMI Global is maintain all our profiles and all our logistics of who we are as member. And then the way how this works with PMI Global connecting to StarChapter, we get an update every night that lets us know that as a PMI Global member and who are also a chapter member, that information gets sent over to StarChapter. So as you can see here, we have 3,188 chapter members, which is great. We have been building momentum. We've surpassed 3,000 membership. We have a great region in the Seattle Pacific Northwest area where we have a lot of project managers, a lot of people that are project professionals that want to be connected to our chapter. So these are the people who we serve as 3,188, and we want to give them the value and the benefits of our chapter. And then it gives into like some quick analytics or metrics of since within 30 days, 59 had joined, and as our membership expires annually, so this is like a rolling annual, that 256 members had expired their membership, but they could be renewal. That will show up in a different metrics or a different reporting, which you'll see more on ThoughtSpot. And then there are the ones that are expired, like meaning that they haven't renewed. So that's membership. And then again, just below there, you got revenue. That's so far since September 1st, we had 254. We had a few intakes for the happy hour that's going to happen tonight. And then also we started promoting our professional development day. Do you have any questions on the membership? and revenue. All right, I'll go on. And then meetings. Meetings is a high level saying, okay, we had 8 registered, 8 attended, and all that from, again, this goes each month. Then you have like other activities, like how many members have logged in 365. Again, that they're counting this, which is our website. So how many members actually went in here and looked at our pages, right? Or they wanted to look at our events that are coming up. This one gives you like the upcoming meetings, which tonight I hope to see you. We're going to have our happy hour at West Seattle Mission Cantina. 38 registered, and we collected or adjusted the revenue that was coming in. It's revenue based on, because we do have to pay for the food and the drinks. So this helps balance it out, that we are able to have a networking and also pay for the venue and the location and food and such. And then on this side, where's the email statistics, we've been playing around with it and been telling Trisha about that. We're having some really good success. If we utilize StarChapter's communications, the communication tools, we can actually get further messaging out where the members can actually see it. And we can also get the reporting back from it too. Meaning it gives us more visibility by using our communication tool on StarChapter versus on our other tool, which is Constant Contact, which we'll go through. But that tool is meant for another way of messaging and for our members and non-members, so people that are interested who want to be kept on the contact list. That's what that tool is for. But here, this is actually connecting directly to our members who opt in. Again, there's logic in there, because as a member on the PMI global side with your profile, you have an option to receive marketing materials. You can check that box, or you can uncheck it, or you want to not receive it when you check it. So if anyone who does not want to receive marketing materials, they'll have that checked, and then StarChapter knows that, and we won't send any information. So that's a good way to not get people mad at us for sending things. Okay, so I said a lot about the snapshot and information. Do you guys have any questions so far? Now we want to get into how do we do the registration page, right? Okay, so when you get your permissions to put an event, you want to go to meetings, and then you'll go to meeting manager. So what we're going to be doing is creating a registration page. Again, if I go to here, these are our events where the public can see, and each of these components is a page, right? So when I go to details, this is a page, and you can tell that it has an ID here, and it's a unique ID to that page. So here, when you go to StarChapter, you have the same thing. You're building out your page. And so, for example, and the way how it's listed here, it's by date and what's the latest, or it's from new to old by date. And we had pre-populated our PMO roundtable up through June 22nd, 2026. Oh, I see a hand raised.
Yeah, that's me. So the date is the actual date of the event, not the date that you created this meeting. Is that correct?
Right. It's the date of the event. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we have our latest, which is good because we have agreement with our PMO roundtable team partners. They wanted to make sure we put in all of their PMO registration pages. And it's always the same, because if you have been a member for a while and been to a PMO roundtable, it's every month at the third Monday of each month. And it's the same topic that they've carried on for many years, actually over 10 years or 2 decades, basically. And it's really neat if you attend, because it's really great knowledge. It's a roundtable. They put the subject out and then people talk about it. So the way to do this with StarChapter default is 5 pages at a time. So I like to change it if I need to see a bigger list. This is the tool that we have, which is StarChapter's membership tool. So now I'm able to get to where I need to get to, which is December 5th. And then you can see here we have our virtual chapter tools training that's happening right now. We have 10 registrations. And then I'm just going to open this up. You have the section of published, general, category, then you have the dates, then you have the description, registration detail, order fee, ticketing. So even though this is free, we still need to have a ticket, and then we just zero it out. And then you have your icon or picture that you want to use on the page. And then your post registration information is here. And this is where I put in the Zoom meeting. We're going through the different components, but I think what I'm going to do as a demonstration is build out the next PMP, CAPM, PMP study group. That way you guys can see how that's done. Because I know I haven't built that out fully. But so far on this page, do you have any questions? I'm looking at this. And are you ready to go to building out a page?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go back to, and there's little tricks and stuff that's, again, I keep on saying, I don't want to bash tools, but you just have to learn how to use it. So you can't just go backwards because then you lose connection. You have to go back using the meeting, like back out, go to meetings, and then you'll get into this page here. I just want to see when the latest one. Okay, here we go. So I just did a search with a keyword search for CAPM. The latest date that I created and was, we're going to have a McMenamins in person, which is great, which is 10/14. Let me look here.
Where is McManus Anderson School?
Yeah, that's in Bothell.
Really?
Yeah, and it's a really good location. So that's 10/14, which,
I would like to add to that.
oh, you want to add to it?
Yeah, it was actually historically a school which has been transformed into a place for swimming and meetings. So
Yeah.
you'll find the school building, but then it has been completely transformed. So yeah, it's a cool
Okay.
place.
Yeah, they have a swimming
Okay.
pool there too. Yeah.
And this is in Bothell, you said?
Yeah, in Bothell.
Nice. Okay, super good. Thanks for the insight. Appreciate it.
Yeah. And we'll have a good time. So with the professional development CAPM PMP team or credentialing team, they meet every Tuesday at 6 p.m. So that is their thing, which is really great because we're keeping something consistent for our members. What I have the last time was the 14th. So I need to build out, I'm going to demonstrate how to build out the 21st. Okay, and then we'll build out the 21st. So what I do here, so knowing that I need to do the 21st, I go to add a meeting. And then I know that I have it set up as a template. So I'm going to go and put in the meeting name. But actually, let me go to, yeah, I'll put in that name and then I'll go into the template. So, because it says old, do not use. But let me find the other template, which is this one. It's called the PMI, CAPM, PMP, and PMI ACP study group. Let me just make sure I get that here. So that's the meeting name. That's what you'll see up here, like that. And then now I selected my template, then I just go to next. So now you have everything that's pre-populated. So this is, now that you have the template, all you have to do here, you go here and change the date. So here we're going to change it from, the next one is the 21st. And it retains the time, which is 6 to 7. So all I had to do is just change the date, the starting date. And then we keep all the venue, and then you press next. That's easy how to, when you have a template. And then it keeps the headline. And if you want, you can change the excerpt. That's what that is. I'm going to go back out here. The bottom, that's the excerpt. I'm going to make this bigger so that way you can see. And let me, that way people can see. So here you don't need to make any changes because the body is still the same, unless Priya, you have changes, but you'll learn how to do that. You can make your changes here. So we don't need to make any changes, and then you just go to next. Oh, here we go. It's telling me there's an error, so I need to add a excerpt. So I'm going to say, here we go. This is something I already have. I'll just keep that. We can change that later. This is the other part. So like for Trisha, I've done the coupon redemption. So I would have to click that. We can allow CE is credential or education credits, which is the same as PDUs. We will allow for that for when we do the PDD. When I'm creating something new, I like to keep the registration disabled because I'm trying to I'm putting things together, and then I'll keep it disabled. And then when I'm ready, I'll undisable it. That way it will show the ticketing price. And then here you can put your max attendance too, doing your limitations. So we'll show you the PDD one, how we set that up. But for now, we're gonna finish this up for Priya. And then here, we don't need to make any changes because we're just saying, okay, members are free, non-members are free, come join us at our meeting. And then you just go to next. And then it keeps the same picture. But for some reason, with this product, it wipes out the post-registration information. So you have to add it. What I normally do is I'll have it ready and I'll just copy and paste. But for this moment, I'm going to just press next to finish it out. And then it's here for the 21st. But what I want to do, you can see that it's not published yet. If you go to our front end, you'll see that it's not published yet. But once I get it published, then it'll be pretty immediate. But the thing that I need to do is go back into the manager to get a copy of the one that has the Zoom information. So you can see that this is in the works. It says not published, but everything else is published. And then I'm going to open up this, which is our previous one for 10.7. And then I'm going to go to the bottom and just copy this information here, which is the post-registration information. And that has the meeting ID, which they meet in Teams, which, yeah, you meet in Teams. I just copy that and I go back to the meeting manager. and I want to go back into the 1021. I'm going to click on that. Then I'll go to the bottom, edit, and do a paste. That's a persistent team meeting that they have. And then we press save. And that there is done. And then the next thing that you need to do is just press publish all. Now that you see it's published, then when I go to here, which is the front end, I'm going to refresh.
Is there a way to view the page before you actually publish it to ensure that you haven't made any mistakes? And
I switch.
oh, okay.
That's
And
the
then my
reason.
next,
Yeah, that's the reason why I put, if I'm creating something new, I put it disabled. But I have, and that's why I have these two up pretty quickly. So that way, when I publish it, I know it does it immediately, and I have to go and review it really quickly.
okay. Then let me ask you something. So once you have published it and you realize that you need to change something, are you able to go back in and make revisions?
Oh yeah, if I need to make a revision and then I press save, it takes it, and then I go back to here, and then it'll take it immediately because we're working on the site. So Priya, do you have any that
Thank
kind of
you.
help you? Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Andrea.
So to do this, I will need to create an account somewhere to get access to the page.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. We'll do that offline, but I do have an account for you. And that what I have to do is build it, or I have to create it and then have you sign in. Okay, so that shows you how you can take a existing, because that's what we do. Like even for Toastmasters, we meet every Thursday and I build it out, and I have to go in there one at a time, changing the date and also adding the post registration information, and then do a save and publish, and then they'll be out on the pages on the website. And then for the study group, we'll have to do that too. And then Priya, you'll learn that. I'll be there with you. But now what we're going to do is take a look at on this, which is our professional development day, because there's actually some live edits that we can actually do, right, Trisha? So we'll go into that. And before I go into that, does anyone else have any questions? Okay. So what I'm going to do is go to Meeting Manager and do the search, just so that way I don't have to scroll down. So I know that I want to get to the PDD, which is like a keyword of what I'm looking for. So let's see. Professional Development Day 2025. That will come up. So this is the one that we're going to look at, which is Professional Development Day 2025 Learning Conference. And I'm going to open this up. And now this, as you can see, it's quite different from the study group, because that's occurs each week and it has a set pattern. This one, we're having to work through on getting the right mix of the different audience packages or the different types of registration. But with this one, we had it, let's go to here. We created the date. So we have the date. It's going to be a 2-day event. It's going to be from 10/24 to 10/25. I have it listed here. And this is the part where we have to help our members or in public be able to see it and visualize it. But for this one page, we're making it from 10/24 to 10/25. And then we have it in person location. It's not virtual, so it's going to be at the Westin Seattle. We have all that, and then we have our description. And then here, I'm going to go to edit because we started building this all out. And Trisha, I'm gonna see. When we last talked last night, I made some changes, but I wanted to like have you review it. But here, we have the body here, which is all the information. We're going to add more because what we are going to do with this year is we're going to have a tool which is called the Zoho Backstage, and that will be a tool for us as organizers and for our members and attendees to have a tool that they can use on their phone, and then they can use a QR code to check in and they can get information about the conference. So it'll be like going to any big conference. We'll have that same type of scheduling tool. So with this, we added that Rich Sheridan, who is going to be our keynote speaker, and he's coming in on Friday. And then within that same day, we're having some other activities too. So we have to describe it, and Trisha and I, and we're gonna craft this more, but this is basically how, and we're talking this all out too, which is good to have a good forum of volunteers to listen. But what we're gonna have for Friday, we're gonna have a career resource fair. That's gonna start off at noon on Friday. And what that means is that you'll have lunch, which is like a buffet lunch, and you'll be able to have a buffet lunch with Rich. And then in that career fair, we're going to have tables of vendors and sponsors and also agencies that will want to do interviews, or you can like give them your resumes and such. Trisha, do you want to explain a little bit about that day? Are you able to?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
So it also includes the opportunity to, if you attend both days, to earn up to 14 PDUs. And that's because we'll also be conducting information sessions on what the chapter has to offer, also credentialing information sessions, and there will be a workshop that involves a project management game that also, so all of those together include several PDUs, and that will all be held in one location, and then we begin receiving people for the actual reception with Rich Sheridan between 5:30 and 6:30. And at that point, we'll have our keynote speaker. And of course, the keynote speaker also helps people earn PDUs as well. Oh, does anyone else have any questions?
Yeah, what's the parking situation over there?
There are two things. So first, I always encourage light rail and public trans because they are literally 2 minutes from the Westlake station. However, particularly for Saturday, or you may or may not know that all the Amazon locations offer free parking on Saturday. Attendees could park at Doppler, which is the closest, or any of them, but Doppler for free parking. Now, on Fridays, they are offering us a discounted rate. However, for I think 10 volunteers, they will offer complimentary parking both days.
Okay, great.
Add your
well,
name
add
for
the
the free
name.
space.
And I know
Particular,
it's going to help us.
particularly for volunteers. That what's also great is they have set up a green room for volunteers as well as a room where we can store items. We're allowed to get there on Friday so that we can set up for Friday and Saturday as well. And yeah, so there will be areas to store. So in case like we need to have cars drop things off, but again, there are 10 complimentary parking spaces for each day that they're actually at the location.
Okay, great. Thanks for the information.
Okay, dear, I do have a question. Do you need volunteers?
Yes.
Oh, definitely.
Can you reach out to me offline and let me know what you have available?
Okay. Yeah, so we have Shalini is helping coordinate the efforts on how many volunteers in the different areas that we need, but
Sure.
we'll work with her. And so either myself or Shalini will contact you.
Okay. That would
And
be
I'm thinking since we have the 10 complimentary, so maybe we can also work in either carpooling but we do have, as I said, the free parking that'll be important on the Friday. But we need probably about 20 volunteers. So yeah, at least what, 10 per day. Those
okay.
are good questions. I'll
Right, we have
ask
all our volunteers
Woody
here.
from the
I'll,
attendee list. I'll essentially put the attendees here
I'll give you the
on that
list,
list.
Trisha. Yeah.
Thanks.
And again, with Trisha planning this, we do meet every Wednesday from 5 to 6. So
Right.
that can be, and we can send an invite to you.
Mhm.
I'll give your name and email to Trisha.
Yes. And when we get to the codes, we can also provide you the free code to make sure that you can register now because you need to register during the early bird,
Right.
because otherwise it will cost. And we want to make sure, of course, all of our volunteers are attending all the events for free.
Okay, thank you.
That's
You're
a good,
welcome.
okay, so now we have the body here, right? So you can
Mhm.
see all that, and we're still crafting it, making it a little bit more appeasing for readers. If I cancel out of that. Now I got all the way out. Going into the ticketing, because that's all what we have to do is make sure that we have the ticketing matrix all set. Here we have registration details. We are going to accept coupons. We're going to accept credit PDUs. Is live right now because we wanted to get people, because we know that the ticketing is set. So we wanted people to start registering, even though we're crafting the description a little bit better so it's more readable. We do have a max attendance of 350, which is, we hope to get that, which will be really great. But now this is the part where when you're creating an event and for any registration page, you have to deal with the ticketing. Here we created these different tiers, which is 2 different tiers. So we have a 2-day event, right? So it's going to be October 24th and 25th. So that's a whole package deal. So what that includes is a career resource fair, the evening reception and keynote, and the whole professional development conference, which is on the 25th. So we have different tiers within that, which is a member. A member who is, just a regular member. And then we also have a package deal for that same October 24th, 25th for our members who are students, military, or out of work. So we're giving them a discount. So we gave a discount of 60% based off of the general public. And then when you go down, you have the general public, which that's how we do our matrix of assigning ticketing. We figure out what our base cost is, which is $3.99 for a general public. And then we want to give a 40% discount to our members. So 40% of $3.99, it became $2.39. And then we gave a nicer discount for our students, military, and people out of work, a 159 or 60%. So that's like that matrix. But on top of that, we also do a early bird special, meaning it helps us to advertise now. And then our special is till the end of September 30th that they must register, get this $100 discount. And then it shows like on here, let me go into, it shows it better when it's published, but then you can see like where it starts from. So that's really we're wanting to entice people to actually register now, because that helps us as organizers to know that we're getting people registered by the end of this month. And also we can work on pushing more marketing, or also get the head count for the catering too. But this also, yeah, so for a member with a student, military, or out of work, they would get charged for the whole package, $59.60, and then like a non-member would get charged $299. So that's just the package, but we do have it also breaked out that we were thinking, okay, maybe people, which we know, just want to go to the keynote and the reception, which is Friday. So a lot of people who just want to see Rich, which he is a pretty well-known, accredited speaker and CEO of Menlo Innovations. So he's known in this area. So we're going to get people to come in that are not members, and then they can just go as general public, and they get to go to our reception and the keynote for $80 if they register for early bird. So I'm going to go back to here. That's the settings of how you do it. A guest is a non-member, so you have only two choices of the ticket type. It's either a member or non-member. So a guest, it will be a non-member. You have your description, this is where Trisha and I were having to craft the wording for it. And then we start with our base price, which is $399. And then here we said we wanted an early bird discount. So we did like $100 discount. We gave it a date, which is 9/30/2025. We have a question here because we want to know, we're not going to give you the audience plated food, but we do want to know, when you do register, do you have any food allergies or special accommodations needed? We have this write-in question, which is optional, but we do want to hear from our members, our guests, if there's anything that we need to accommodate. And then this one at the bottom, you need to set it to all, because that means these are the non-members, and then you'll press save. So that's just how you would do it for non-members. And then let me just get out of that so I can show you what it looks like for a member. So if they're a member, you put them as a member, you have your description, you have to make it more clear, like how to choose it on the registration. And then we had the pricing of 40%, or I'm sorry, 60% of $399, so it's $159.60. Then we have a discount on 100, and the early bird ends at September 30th. If you're wanting to have this discounted rate and you are an active student or military or out of work, I just wanted you to share one sentence about it. This is all like on an honor system. We can't really do any, validation, but we want them to write something. Okay, yes, I'm an active student at Northeastern, like that, or I'm an active military down in by Tacoma, type of thing. So those are out of work, got laid off from Amazon type thing. So those is just, we want to make sure that they are truly in that category. So that's required. And then we also have that optional questions for them too. So they have 2 questions. And then here, you make sure that you select all members. So
That includes, I'm sorry, a question. Did you say they also can provide like the unemployment statement, or I hate for people to black out the amount or something?
yeah, so I don't want them to, we're not gonna,
We're
we're
not
not gonna,
checking.
no, we're not, so that's the key thing, we're not checking, and I think that's gonna be too much overhead for
Okay.
us. And I want to give the benefit of the doubt, and people really don't
That's
that. I mean,
embarrassing anyway.
they can, but we want to try to also be as, less work for us.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't.
Thanks.
And then, so we have all that, and then we have the different ticketing here. But you can see how it can get very complicated. And We have to test and validate. So that's the reason why we publish it, and then we have to like quickly leave. In fact, let me just do that right now. Coupon code. This is what we want you guys to do, because this way you get to register. All right. Yeah, because this is live. So now the code that I'm giving you, you're going to accept it only if you plan on being there October 24th and 25th and will be an active volunteer for us. I'm going to say, do you accept? And I'm going to put that in here. But I know all of you, so I know you guys will.
Yeah.
So I'm putting that code in here, and that is our PD 2025-volunteer. There's your code.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm going to go into login. After into my credentials. This is my now log in.
Under events.
I have to go to events here.
Upcoming event.
Yeah. Then I need to find this one, register now. And here we go. So this has all my information. I'm just gonna say hello. Because we do capture that information. I'm excited about this conference. And then I'll press continue. Now this is what our users see.
And I see an error because it says register for professional development days 2025, but it says it twice.
Oh, where? Which one?
So when I click
Oh.
to register, do you see where it says at the title?
Yeah, we can fix that.
Oops. I don't know how that
Wow,
happened.
register professional development day. Oh, so we'll fix
Yeah.
the title. In fact, I want to see where it's at. This is good because we're testing it down below. It's taking this headline, and it's also taking.
Oh, from the days. That's
Oh, it's taking this. That's I see. Professional Development Day 2025 Learning Conference.
so we have to take it out of the title?
Probably take it out of the title.
Okay.
This one. Yeah, I'm gonna do. That's the headline.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll troubleshoot that. But yeah,
Okay.
let me go. And so here I did. So you were able to do it, Trisha? Like you used
I'm doing it right now.
So I'm going to go in and select the PDD package for member. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Add one. I'm going to say, no. Oh, I don't need to put I could just skip it and add. I did not.
It says resource fair, evening reception, and keynote.
It's the PDD package.
Member, then career source fair, evening reception, and keynote.
Let's see.
I choose the PDD package.
Okay.
Okay.
But so this is good. I'm glad you're questioning, because what it means is that we need to refine the words. I think that's what it is. So I'm choosing the PDD package, so I know that's $139.40. I put in the coupon code, and I press apply. and then see how it zeroes it out, right? And then we'll go to continue to confirm. But I think this is a good test because we need to actually refine the wording. And then this is what it says as a confirmation. It gives you your register for professional development days, 2025. Oh, I see what's going on. Yeah, we have to take it out.
Of the title?
Yeah, because this is coming from the dates.
Okay.
On October 24th to October 25th. I get it. Okay.
Got it.
But I'm registered and I am.
And I just registered too.
Should we register once now or wait
Yeah.
until you've done the correction and everything?
If you're going to
Be there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. And because I remember sometimes I register and then the food issue or the something option where you have to add that also, then you ask to register again. So should I wait or should I just go ahead and register?
Now, that's a good question, Esma. That scenario, we had plated food, or we had the lunch choices for like it was turkey or salmon or like a salad. This scenario, we're having buffet, so you're having a choice anyways. So you get to choose what you want to eat. So
Okay.
we don't have to have the distinguish like, oh, how many are turkey, how many are
Okay,
salmon.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thanks.
No, that was good. But those are the things you have to think about when you're creating these events. You have to think about all that.
Is it just lunch or is it like you have other meal because it's till 9 p.m.?
Yes. So we'll have lunch at 12. Then there's the evening reception starts off with, I'll say, light hors d'oeuvres. And then after the keynote, there will be food services. And yeah, during the night, there's a cash bar too. So I think for volunteers, particularly because the lunch will be large, but there'll also be appetizers, I'll say, throughout the day.
Yeah. And that's the 24th, which is Friday.
Right.
Yes.
And then
And on
Saturday.
the 25th, you're set. Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Trisha.
So on Saturday, you'll receive breakfast, lunch, and appetizers when it ends around what we'll have networking and everything. So like
Networking.
5:30. And so if people decide to stay even later than that, there's also a restaurant there as well. And she would provide a discount for the restaurant. People stay later.
So officially it's over until 9, right?
On Friday, yes.
And what
That's not
about
the case on Saturday. Saturday, I think so. All of our activity stuff because you can network. Is that 6:30?
Yeah, 6:30.
Yes.
Okay.
So it
So
ends at 6:30.
Saturday, if you're, it also starts at 12 or earlier?
No, starts
Okay.
at 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 in the morning.
Okay.
That's why you have breakfast.
I see. Okay.
They'll start serving breakfast at 8, but the programming starts at 9.
May I ask a question, please?
Yes,
Of
please.
course.
Are there any hotel accommodations? Are there any discounts for?
Yes, there are. We have a block of rooms, and the block of rooms are available, I think she said like a day before or 3 days. So there's a window. It starts on Wednesday and ends on the Sunday. So you could check out the next day, but there will be rooms available for, I'll say, some of our volunteers. They've offered 3 rooms for us, but right now I guess they're spoken for. So if there's another volunteer that plans on being there, they are welcome to stay overnight. But that's for, again, like volunteers like you that are going to be there the entire time. So right now we have a room available for our podcast team. So that'll be Niha. I will have a room, Wendy, and I think we have one now, Ryan, right? But there are also, if people want to make a staycation out of it, I guess there are also rooms available. But if you're planning, hey, you're welcome to, because I'll be so exhausted anyway.
So there'll be rooms that they're gonna block, I think 20 rooms and
right,
discounted, and then also comped for our speaker. So that's
right.
cool.
Our speaker and 3 rooms for volunteers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you're pretty sure, then I can have what, Wendy, you can have a snore. I don't have a non-snore.
No, this is good. Any other things that you think that we can fine tune this experience? So
Yes.
basically, yeah, think about that.
Oh, Wendy, when you go into the review order, in the meeting information, it says October 24th to 25th, 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. That could be a little misleading
Oh,
Oh,
when you're registering.
when you're registering? Okay.
Yes.
Let me go into, now that I register, I can't go back out. Did anyone
Mm.
register? Maybe where it says,
Yeah, here I was also like shocked to see this that we're going to go from 24th and then be released by Saturday, the second day, 9 p.m. So long.
oh,
I was also a little shocked to see this.
oh,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay, so I know where we can fix that. Again, with StarChapter, this is our learning how to utilize StarChapter. We're creating one page, and then what we can do is it's driven by the state. So what if we had it change from start date 10/24? We have to have and then the end date would be, or maybe the start date would be, oh yeah, it has to be start date 10/24. And then,
Is there any way you can split this where you can do 10/24, 12 to 9, and then second tab says 10/25, 8 to 5?
yeah, the only way that we were discussing yesterday was having 2 different pages. So maybe we might need to do that, but then that's the part where we have to capture the revenue all in one event, because this is one event. So I don't know, let's think about it. Could we change this to just say, how about we have to just write it in the description? More
yeah,
because if we try to change it into two registration pages, then it splits out the way of how we're taking in the revenue. I think we need to be more prescriptive on the description. But we'll think through that. But thank you. That's a good call out. And we'll see what the better experience we can do. And then even like when you get the post registration, that we'll make sure to call it out that this is a 2-day event.
right.
All right. So I know that there's a lot that we've seen. Any questions or follow up? I know that I need to get Priya set up. We'll get Trisha. Yeah, you have your account.
Yes.
But I appreciate you guys being here and being able
Yeah,
to
Thank
help
you so
us.
much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
so helpful.
Wendy and Trisha. Please get connected to me for
Okay. Actually, to all of you, I need to connect and add you to our meeting that happen on Wednesdays.
Okay.
absolutely.
And you'll send us the meeting links and all that other good stuff?
I'll add them. Yes, I'll get your email addresses from Wendy and I will add you.
And what is the hotel room thing? We pay for discounted rate? Is that how it works?
Yes, so I am going to ask Jenny for the code because she's creating the code for the discount code for us.
And then did you say in order, if we needed to register to reserve the rooms 3 days before the event, or can we reserve them now?
Oh, you can reserve them now.
Okay.
And that's if you want your own room. Don't, otherwise, as I said, I'm more than happy to share, but yeah,
Okay.
just
And
tell.
then the other piece is, will you also send us a list of the available opportunities?
Yes.
Yes. And I
Okay,
know
very
I
good.
had that in my charter, so I will send you a list.
Thank you.
All right. I know there's
Will
more
we be having meetings like to discuss our participation and options like every week?
every Wednesday from 5 to 6.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys are here and asking us questions because we need
Yeah,
volunteers.
we do. We really need volunteers, and that you'll be part of this like early on. So thank you.
Yeah.
I
And
always love
register.
volunteering. I feel more included when I volunteer versus just coming and leaving.
And me
Right.
too. I agree. I agree. Absolutely.
I feel like I belong there or I am important. Let me put it this
You
way.
are.
That's so sweet, Wendy.
Awesome.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you. We'll close this up and then we'll meet on Wednesday to talk more about
Yes,
this.
yes.
And
I'll
then,
see you 10:30, Wendy. Bye-bye.
see you guys at 10:30. We'll
Yeah.
be talking about Microsoft stuff.
Yes, I will see you at 10:30.
All right. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Wendy,
Yes.
before we leave,
Yes.
I'm not a current volunteer, so my tenure ended in August. I was wondering
Oh,
if there are any open roles right now for me to join.
Yes.
yeah.
We need, yeah, for sure. That would be awesome. We'll work with, we have to open up
The general volunteer, I think
yeah.
there used to be a category for general volunteer that should still be open. So if you
Well,
join or
yeah,
apply for
Shalini's
that, then we
gonna,
could pull you.
so Shalini is gonna help work with Sherry and getting our requisition open, and then we'll for sure get you through that category as a
Because currently I can only see two open roles. One is Director of Youth and one is for Project Manager, Military Outreach.
Oh,
yes.
So
So you're
I was
correct.
wondering
we need to
if,
reopen it.
We'll
okay,
have to reopen it.
got it. Do you have a timeline on it? When can I expect to see the open roles?
I would say at the end of next week, we have to work through our volunteer engagement and then also who's going to be helping us to see if she can help us through that.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
But can I join the Wednesday meeting because I'm interested in professional development as learning and development in general?
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
definitely.
you can sit in but for sure we'll have to make sure that you're officially in.
Got it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I do.
Registered as you are a volunteer in membership, aren't you?
I was, and my
Okay.
tenure ended
It
last month.
ended.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay. Yeah, we'll just reopen the other one, which Trisha and I have been talking about. We have to get that opened and we'll work through the process, what we have to do with working with volunteer engagement. And then Trisha, you know what all the
Yeah.
process we have to do.
What I used to do. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So we're volunteers. We sometimes time is limited for us because we have day jobs and family, but we'll try to get that going.
I'll just drop both of you an email if that's okay, just to remind you.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
All right. Thank you so much. We'll see you
Yeah,
at 10:30.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Good night
Bye.
or good day. I'll see you guys soon.
Yes.
Okay.
See you in a bit.